Hi guys, so here is an important decision which you need to take at this moment. You need to take this decision promptly by March 5th, 2023 at any cost. Today is February 28th evening on which I'm doing this video. So whether you're watching it on 1st or 2nd or 3rd of the March, I'm not sure. By March 5th, you must be taking this decision. So what is this decision? Before that, first of all, understand that you are having 60 days time only right now in your hands. March we are having 31 days and April we have 30 days. May month, whatever the days that you are having, whether you are a group 2 student or group 1 student of CA final or CA inter, don't count May month at all. If at all you are only targeting second group in coming May 23 CA exams, then okay. If at all you are focusing on second group only, again, take 5 days in the month of May or 7 days in the month of May. Don't take beyond that. Getting it? Which means if you are a group 2 student who are planning for May exams, only group 2 or final or inter, you can consider that you are having 67 days of time. Getting it? Now, so what is that important decision? Should we write that the important decision is very simple? Should we focus on group 1 or group 2 or both the groups? In other words, sir, should I write single group or should I write both the groups? So this is the most important decision which you need to take. I don't know whether you have started your preparation with an objective of doing both the groups or with an objective of doing one group plus 2 subjects examination in the other group. Like many students, what they do is they first initially plan both the groups. As the time passing by, maybe their planned whatever the schedule they might have deviated, or maybe their preparation went a little slow than expected. So what they do is they message me, like every day I'll be getting at least 2 or 3 messages from 2-3 students. Getting it? So what they'll message me is, sir, I'm having this much time right now, so I have completed this much percentage in every subject, so I'm thinking of taking 2 subjects exemption in another group instead of writing whole the group. What is your opinion? So they'll just ask me my opinion. You know what I reply to most of them? It depends upon your ability. Generally what I tell is it depends on your ability. In addition to that, what I also reply is, look, what is the left, the time that we have is 60 days, but it is not literally 60 you are having hardly 55 days of time. You are only having 55 days of time. You cannot consider more than 55 days. The reason, Sundays, weekly one day you want to take a break, right? So obviously don't consider that. 55 days you consider. Productively, assuming that you are able to study 11 hours in a day, I am doing a conservative maximum estimate, or I can say aggressive estimate. I'm making 11 hours. 11 hours is not an easy job. Preparing 11 hours productively in a day is not an easy job at all. It's very tough. Assuming you're having 11 hours, almost 600 hours of time you're having. In the coming 2 months, you are still having 600 hours of time. You might be in this dilemma. Can I qualify in the coming May examination? My preparation have not been even 30% completed. I don't know what to do. I am getting tensed. I hope you are in this stage. Some of you are in this stage. In such a case, believe me, first single group, you are having enough time. Believe me, you are having enough time for single group. No matter whether you prepared all these days in the past 2.5 months, in the past, whether you prepared or not, ignore all that. Stop thinking about all that past, whatever nonsense happened. If you are determined enough, if you are focused, if you give attention to a single group, whether you're a final student or inter student, doesn't matter. 600 hours is a solid time. Believe me, it's a solid time. Within the 600 hours, you can start from scratch. Whether you have taken coaching or not at all taken coaching or partly finished coaching, that doesn't matter. If you still start from scratch, within the 600 hours, you can definitely make it. Single group, you can definitely qualify. I don't say easy, but you can qualify. It is not difficult. It is not difficult. Sir, how come, sir? You are just giving me some numbers randomly, 600 hours. It looks very tempting. But in reality, will it work out? Let us do a basic calculation. In my very old videos, I have done this. But again, same questions every time students are asking. Every 3 months, I get similar questions. Every attempt, I get similar questions. So I'm doing the same content again and again, so that you have to be motivated. You have to believe in yourself. So first one, suppose you're a final student. Suppose FR. I am doing this assuming you have completed moderate preparation. For FR, you allocate 150 hours time. Not even 150, sorry. 200 hours of time you allocate for FR, 200 hours. SFM, you allocate 150 hours. Audit, you allocate 120 hours. Law, you allocate the balancing figure. You are having 600 hours, right? So what's the balancing figure? 130 hours. So almost 400 plus 200, 600 hours of time. You see, you can allocate for FR if you are a CA final student 200, SFM, audit and law. You know what? Most of the regular course coaching available in the market, not fast track, not crash, regular course. What's a regular course? Tell me. Where you don't have any idea on the subject, where we take from the very, very, very bottom level. We introduce the subject, we talk about index, we talk about weightage, we talk about key areas, we talk about each and every concept in depth. We solve exercise problems, we solve additional problems, we solve MCQs. That entire process in FR coaching will be somewhere around 200 to 250 hours. SFM somewhere around 150 to 200 hours. Audit somewhere around 120 to 150 hours. If it is my class, it is around 120 to 160, including MCQs, question bank altogether. And law, same 130 hours to somewhere 150 hours. This is a coaching duration also, right? 600 hours is the coaching duration. You know what? This is for 100% syllabus. And I'm telling you, believe me, you need not prepare 100% in exam. In every subject, pick 30% syllabus of your choice. Don't ask anybody. Don't focus on trend analysis. Don't focus on your friends' suggestions or past examinations, whatever. Don't focus. Take 30% of your choice of syllabus in every subject. Suppose you take audit. You know what I tell my students also, though we cover 100% syllabus, what I tell to my students, please cover 70% syllabus with 100% perfection. Prepare 70% syllabus with 100% perfection. Instead of preparing 100% syllabus with 70% perfection, prepare 70% syllabus with 100% perfection. Sir, what's the logic behind that? You know well, every paper is asked for 120 marks, out of which you are having outrightly 20 marks choice. And what I tell you, in every paper, focus on attempting maximum 80 marks, not minimum, maximum 80 marks. Indirectly, 40 marks worth of syllabus you can ignore. 40 marks worth of syllabus means 30% portion. 40%, 40 marks worth of syllabus means almost 30% syllabus. Sir, which 30%? Which 30%? Whether you are a CA inter student, CA final student, don't ask which 30% of the syllabus to somebody else or to any faculty. I'll tell you. Suppose if you talk about CA final audit, there are some chapters like risk assessment, and we have a chapter like fraud investigation, fiscal loss, liabilities of auditor, due diligence, forensic audit, audit strategy. And there are some standards which are there in CA Inter, which a CA final student has to read as per the icai study. These chapters you can directly ignore. Why you have to study? Because they take lots of time and it is difficult also to crack them. Ignore that. Maximum weightage is 35 marks from these chapters. Remaining chapters, be 100% sure. If you do that, if you do this approach, within 600 hours, you can complete the rest 70% of the syllabus with the most perfection. And believe me, any type of question that comes from these 70% syllabus, you can answer well. From the 30% which you ignore, maximum weightage possible is only 35 to 40 marks. Believe me, definitely institute will not ask from the 30 marks, 30% syllabus, 100 marks of the paper. You see past 4 or 5 exams, institute is covering 70 to 80% of the chapters every time. Okay, almost 70 to 80% of the chapters they are touching every time. So anyhow, we are preparing 70 to 80% clearly. Definitely you will be eligible to write 70 to 80 marks. And remember, by default, out of 120, 20 marks choice you have. Literally 20% syllabus you can skip without even worrying, because that will go in choice. Now you may immediately ask me, sir, what if it comes in compulsory question? Let it come. You can attempt the remaining, choice questions. No. Remaining questions you can attempt. No. How the paper will be? Compulsory question, some 20 marks. Rest of the marks is 80. Suppose, assuming whatever chapters you ignored comes in compulsory question 20. Okay, let it be. Ignore that. Remaining 80 you can answer, right? Have this mindset. Prepare for perfection. Definitely you will do well. Sir, I am a CA inter student. What is your suggestion for me? Which chapters I should ignore? Same, beta. Same. Don't ask me. See, if you are a CA inter student in company law, you might feel so and so, like some chapter like management administration, you felt difficult. You felt difficult of prospectus chapter in company law. You felt difficult of NI Act in other laws. Ignore all these three. Remaining chapters be perfect, man. Suppose you felt share capital is a difficult chapter for you, then ignore that and follow remaining. Take your choice. Any 30% of the chapters, 30% of the chapters, if at all 10 chapters were there out of them, if it is a very big chapter, 2 big chapters. If it is small chapter, 3 to 4 small chapters. Like that. You need to assess like that. If it is a very big chapter means the chapter number of pages is 30 or more than 30 pages. Small and medium chapters means less than 30 pages. If it is small and medium chapters in theory subject, ignore some 3 to 4 chapters in that entire subject. If it is big chapter, 2 big chapters you ignore. Suppose if it is account, partnership you ignore, what's wrong? Sir, compulsory, okay, let it be. Let it come compulsory. What's wrong? My objective is you should attempt maximum 80. And believe me, if you are attempting for 70 to 80 marks perfectly, damn sure 55 above you will score. Many students are in what thinking, if I write something which I know out of the question asked, I'll get some marks, No, you will not get some marks. Very recently, I have done paper analysis videos also in the last attempt or before last. Very soon, I will be doing even more, many more paper analysis video. Student wrote 2 pages answer for one question, 0 mark. Many of the questions which he answered, 0 mark. They filled the answer, something he wrote, but institute did not put some mark also. Not even half a mark they put. Why? Because you will get marks only if you write correct and relevant and complete answer. If you write incorrect, incomplete, irrelevant answer, you will not get marks at all. They want the answer to be relevant, it should be complete, it should be correct. All the three should be satisfied. Only then you get marks for it. Otherwise, you don't get. The scheme of valuation is so clear, so strict. Only if you write the point correctly, which conveys exactly same meaning, then only you get the mark. Only if your problem is having same numbers, you will get the marks. So don't be in assumption that if I write something, if I fill 1 page, I will at least get half a mark. No, you will not get. So what is the choice? Selectively, 70 to 80% of the syllabus you focus, 100% you study. Believe me, it will work very well. So whether you are a CA inter student or CA final student, now immediately again, now you will be asking me this, sir. Immediately in the comment section you will be posting. You are tempted to post this comment, sir. Please guide me which chapter, which in law, which 30% I should ignore. In accounting, which 30%. In costing, which 30%. In FR, which 30%. In SFM, which 30%. First, ignore that. Try to cover as much as possible within the next 2 months. One thumb rule is what? Suppose in SFM, you feel so and so chapter very difficult to learn, to practice. Keep that pending. Rest all other you focus at the beginning. In audit, you feel so and so topic is difficult for you, or 2 or 3 chapters difficult for you. Keep that pending. Rest you focus. First finish, man. Instead of worrying, start working. I've seen Jeff Bezos, Amazon CEO, one, Insta reel. What I've seen is stress primarily comes from not being able to do something in which we have control over. You know, you can do that, but you are unable to do because you are postponing it. You are worrying out of it. Because of the worry, you get the stress. You know, what is the best way to lose worry, to lose stress is start working. You know, sometimes I feel very stressful. When I feel very stressful when I am idle. If I am keep on working it, I have so many pending tasks. Suppose I have 40 tasks to do. If I just keep on every day doing one task, my stress will naturally reduce. You are also worrying too much. You are also feeling so stressful because you are not working correctly. Ignore about the result. Forget about, sir, will I qualify in May? Forget about result, man. First, in this coming 2 months, try to complete as much syllabus as possible. Just have target for next 1 week. Next 1 week, what should I do? Put schedule only for 1 week. Don't put 2 months, 3 months extraordinary schedules. Put schedule only for next 3 days if possible. In not even 1 week, put schedule for next 3 days. Next 3 days, these chapters, these subjects I need to study. Finish it off. Again, take half a day break. Next 3 days, again finish it off. Half a day break. Next 3 days, again finish it off. And you see, you will not worry. Definitely, I'm promising you, you will never worry. Again, some students will have this doubt. Sir, I have no idea on the subject. Will this 2 months be enough for me to clear group 1 exam or group 2 exam in the coming May? You can definitely clear. Now, for these students, they have another question. Sir, can I take coaching now at this moment? Definitely yes. Because through coaching, believe me, coaching is not different from preparation. Coaching is a way of preparation. Instead of you reading on your own, you're coming for coaching. What we are doing in coaching classes, we are explaining you things. We are explaining you to the, we are connecting you to the subject. We are reading every concept and explaining you clearly. So through coaching, it's an indirect way of preparation. So you can definitely, if at all you're thinking of taking coaching classes with someone, definitely take. Don't worry at all. Sir, last minute, so how will I take coaching? When will I prepare? Man, coaching itself is a preparation. First of all, understand. When you're listening class, what are you doing? Are you learning the content or not? Are you learning the concept or not? Read it immediately. It will not take much time. Instead of reading on your own completely afresh, which takes little time, listen to the class and revise it. Simple. Once you take coaching, what you do later, no, it's a revision, not preparation, because coaching is a preparation already. Now, most of the coaching institutes made their coaching in such a way that they are making you prepare in the class itself. The class itself seems like preparation. What you do post coaching is revision. You can definitely do. Or you can read on your own. Focus on 70% syllabus. Believe me. Which 30%, don't ask anybody. Don't ask anybody. Don't look at past trend. You know very well which chapter you feel difficult, which chapter you feel tough. You know very well. Getting it? Ignore that. Rest you focus 100%. And it will work. There are many students who worked on this principle and cleared easily, even though they started preparation in the last 2 months. Believe in yourself. Definitely you do. Stop worrying. Start working. Keep this quotation. Stop worrying. Start working. If you start working, worry will stop. If you do not start working, worry will start. Simple. If you stop working, worry will start. Vice versa. Okay? So don't ask anybody now onwards. Will the time sufficient? Will the time be enough? Man, it depends on your capability. It depends on your level of attention. It depends on your skill set. For one student, within this next 2 months, he may be clearing 2 subjects to one entire group plus 2 subjects. He can start afresh and get exemption in 2 subjects, and 1 group he can clear. Another student may not clear the additional 2 subjects. He can only focus on 1 group. If it is me, I can focus on both the groups and clear. I know I have, strategies which will work for me. Whatever strategy works for me may not work for you. Please understand. If I say you focus on 1 group, take 2 subjects and try for exemption, it may not work for you. When I'm advising students, I take a conservative approach. When I'm talking about time availability, I take aggressive approach. Be clear. I hope you will not be worrying, and you will not be asking too many questions on this to anybody. If at all you're having any query, put a comment. As much as possible, I'll reply. Getting it? Start believing in yourself and stop worrying and start working as soon as possible after watching this video at least. You will do well. That's it. Don't think, will I qualify? Will I qualify? So what if I couldn't? Arey man, first start working, man. Start working. Why are you worrying? Don't think I'm serious. Because when I get so many messages, sir, I'm getting tensed, sir, I'm worrying. What is the reason? Why are you getting tensed? When we are preparing, we don't have so many distractions, we don't even have knowledge, we don't even have exposure to so many faculties. We silently studied happily, within 2.5 3 months we cleared, because nobody is there to distract us, nobody is there giving false guidance. But today you are having plenty of resources and that became a problem. So ignore all the guidances, all that. Ignore all the nonsense from others. Tomorrow, what is my chapter? Finish it. Day after, what is my target? Finish it. The next day after tomorrow, finish it. That's it. You see, you work on this for next 1 week, you will only see the amount of stress will be substantially reduced. You will feel more satisfied in your life, because every day when you work and complete whatever you planned for that day, even if you complete 70% of whatever you planned, you feel so satisfied in your heart. Sorry if at all any of my words hurted you, but I want you to understand the importance of this. Okay, so take decision. Take care. Have a nice time. All the best.